just had a child.
Yeah,
she's beautiful. She's healthy. I got a lot of love in my life.
How much did she weigh when she came?
She was like about 7 pounds.
7 pounds. Wow.
It was really cool. I got Bruce Buffer to announce her birth.
Yes, I did see that. I did see that.
It was by far the coolest thing ever. He did the whole like, it's time.
Yeah. Now. Oh yeah,
Literally,
I love Bruce Buffer.
It
man.
was amazing, bro. It was some rich people shit. He tweeted at me too. He was like, "Hey, congratulations, Rene."
That's some dope stuff, man. Congratulations.
Yeah, man.
Baby
Thank you,
girl
bro.
is here. Amina
Lacad, yeah.
Oh boy, 7 pounds.
And she's growing fast. She's like 8 pounds now. So she's
8
super,
pounds, my good Lord.
she's beautiful. She's healthy. I haven't showed her to the public. Never am because people are weirdos on the internet. But yeah, it's cool. It's a great feeling.
What was your initial reaction?
Cried like a bitch.
Really?
Yo,
man.
so I told myself, I'm a man. I ain't gonna cry. Like everyone's like, you're gonna cry when your baby's here. As a man, I was like, I'm ready, bro. I'm not gonna cry. The fuck. She came out, and I think she came out looking just like me, which made me cry. Cause then like, it gave me like, you know how you have those flashbacks in movies of like your entire life?
Yeah.
So like in that moment, it was weird because I had flashbacks of like my dad and him leaving and all my fucking built up trauma from my childhood. And now I see my seed right here, my baby that looks just like me. And I'm like, I'm gonna be such a great dad to you. I just started fucking bawling, bro.
And so it was a boo-hoo kind of crying.
Yeah, and like everyone, and what's crazy is like, keep in mind, delivery room's all women. So it's my wife, the delivery doctor, the gynecologist, and like a nurse. So she comes out, the nurse and the doctor, they have no attachment to the baby, so they're not crying.
You weren't inside of the delivery room?
I was there, no, I was there too. I was the only guy though.
I was about to say, like in the living room.
So in the delivery room, it's like the gyno, the nurse, Carol, and then me.
Yeah.
Baby comes out. The nurse and the doctor, they have no attachment to the child. They're just doing their job, so they're not crying.
Right.
Carol's in shock.
Right.
Because she's like, oh my God, I just pushed a baby out of me. She was in labor for like 45 hours.
Right.
So at that point, it's like, imagine you're in labor for 45 hours, you don't sleep at all.
Yeah.
Baby comes out. She was just like, it's out. So she's shook. She's not crying because she doesn't even know what's happening. I'm the only one that's like, and like I'm the only one crying. So like in this room full of women, the grown man's like, my baby. Yeah, bro, I look like a bitch in there. And then eventually I was like, I'm like trying to hold it back because everyone's like looking. It's like, yo, are you gonna cut the umbilical cord? I'm like, yes.
Also, they told you, like, y'all did a dress rehearsal of what to do after the baby comes
so they're
out?
holding it right here, and like they have their cut right here. I'm like, okay, let me cut right there. And like everyone's just looking at me, and I cut her umbilical cord. It was a beautiful thing, and like, bro, the feeling is different. You can't explain it. People always said, oh, you're gonna feel like completely different when the baby's here. I was always like, really? And then sure enough, bro, baby was there, and I was just shook. Crazy. And now we're slowly getting used to it. I'm like easing into it.
Right.
And fatherhood has been real, bro. But what you guys been up to?
Man, that's crazy. Father, I mean, you can't just skip right past, bawling inside of the delivery room, skin to skin. What was that like?
I mean, it was cool. I felt kind of bad. I was like, damn, like, I don't know. I was like, damn, I haven't showered in like 3 days because we were in the delivery room the entire time. Like,
yeah, I remember texting you like, hey, is she here yet? You're like, nah, yeah, she's still in labor.
Yeah,
the
bro,
message is like 8 hours like, nah, yeah, she's still in labor.
I'm like, damn, my baby has to touch my dirty ass skin. Like, I felt a little weird, but like, it's fine, it's okay. I was like, all right.
Man.
So it was cool, and like, I don't know, looking at a child that looks like you, it's crazy because you're like, damn, I created you. You're my spawn. Like,
right.
That's wild, bro.
That must be an unreal feeling, especially mentioning that, in the moment of the, your daughter coming out, you thought back to everything that you had experienced in life, because now this is your legacy. Like, I think before you're somebody else's legacy, and although you can build your own, this human being is your legacy. So I think that's what also makes it so emotional.
And it's interesting because I've always looked at myself as a very level-headed individual. Like, I'm very jaded to the world. Cool shit could be happening. I'm like, it is what it is. It's normal. This is normal, Like, people get excited. Yo, look at that. I'm like, it's normal. I've seen everything in life, so I don't really... Nothing amazes me, right? I've done ayahuasca in the fucking forests of Costa Rica. So I don't really get impressed. I'm very nonchalant about everything in life. But this was one thing that just rattled me. It shook me. I was like, this is a new thing. And like, it just made me feel weird. I'm interested to see how like someone like you would react. Because same thing, you're very level-headed. Yeah. So you don't really get impressed. You're very nonchalant. Nothing really impresses you. So, and you're afraid of emotion, so I'm curious like to see what would happen. No, it's true. I'm curious to see what would happen. You see your spawn right there in front of you. I'm curious to see if you like, if all that shit would just like
Maybe.
explode out, pause, or if it would like, or if you would just still be like, my seed. What's a really like
the product of my semen.
The product of my semen. Yeah, that's a very Dave way to say. It's like
probably. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised because I am a very odd individual in emotional situations. I think I'm too logical in emotional situations because even when my grandmother had passed, maybe about like 14 some years ago, I still haven't cried.
Yeah.
I had to watch highlights of Eddie Guerrero passing his tribute in order to shed one tear, and still, legitimately, even in the moment, it's like I was crying for Eddie Guerrero. I wasn't even crying for my grandmother.
I can relate to this 100%. This is so funny you said this. My grandma passed away, and I was kind of like, damn, that's crazy. I didn't cry at all, right? I thought my dad was going to die. Didn't cry at all. Like, I thought my dad was dying. I was like, oh, cool. I got on the phone with him. And me and my dad didn't really have a relationship, but he was like, oh, be good, because he just had a heart attack. I was like, yo, he was like, be good. Like, I'll talk to you later. And I was like, all right, it's been real, bro. Good night. Goodbye.
Yep.
But then, when Kobe passed away, I'm like, Kobe, I started crying.
I was just in shock. Like when Kobe, I was just,
Yeah.
it was almost like no reaction. It's so weird. Like my dad was on his damn deathbed, and he's number one, and there's nobody who I love more. And I'm just there like, damn, yeah, that's life, man. What are you gonna do?
Trust me, I get it.
It's so bizarre.
I feel the same exact way.
So
I feel the same exact way. I think what it is too, though, it's like you don't want to cry for things that directly affect you because you know you got to be strong in those moments, right? So it's like if your dad's gonna pass away or my dad was gonna pass away, I was like, all right, you got to be strong in these moments.
Yeah.
This is a life's trial and tribulation. Whereas like if Kobe dies, there's nothing attached to me for that. Like, it's okay to cry when Kobe dies or Eddie Guerrero.
Yeah, but Eddie died like 2005. That was just like a childhood memory that I could go back to try to pull out some emotion.
But it's okay to cry on that because it's not, you don't have to be strong in that moment.
I've cried one time in the last 15 some years.
Man, I can't hurry up and have a kid. I want to see what happens here.
I want to see. Hurry up is crazy.
I want to see what happens here.
I ain't taking. There will be no shots of the club.
I mean, bro, listen.
Going on at this
you got a limited time on this planet. You got to start popping them out as fast as possible. Popping them out, bro.
Not me.
I want 5, 10, 20, 50
See, 5, 10, 20 is crazy. So you've already begun the process of reproducing yet another one.
As soon as she's ready, we're going again.
Golly.
Baby number 2.